What's good, YouTube? This your man Spiel Dog. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about this Pacquiao Keith Thurman fight, man. And in the very beginning, I was with Keith, and I started looking. I was like, damn, man, everybody picking Pacquiao. But you know what? I just can't see. As good as Manny is, I just can't see him at his age beating Keith at this age. If Keith don't have any injuries through his training camp, and he come through it healthy, in shape, and himself, I I see Keith winning. I think Keith gonna win this fight. I think he gonna surprise a lot of people. That Jose Cito Lopez fight, Joel Diaz said something real. He said, "You are as good as your last fight." He didn't look that great in his last fight, but he did win it. You know, I'm just not sure. I don't know if Manny gonna be able to. They keep talking about Keith taking up with Manny intensity, and I feel him. But what about Keith power? He hasn't been showing it like he should lately. Like I said, I don't know what's been up with him with this new style he got, where he like to run around the ring most of the fight instead of fighting. But I truly believe this is what I hope. Let me say it like this: I hope he's plant his feet more and sit down on his punches and fight Manny. There's gonna be times in the fight where he gonna need to box and have his smart moments, but for the most part, he need to come in here ready to fight. And if Keith coming here ready to fight and counter punch with the hard shots that he gonna counter punch with, because one thing I will say that Keith said recently that I have to agree with, whether it been Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Chavez, Indu, Bundu, or whatever, whoever it's been, I've noticed one thing. Once Keith let his hands go, and when he hit you with a good one of them good counter punch combinations, his opponents tend to get a little gunshot. That's a fact. This is why I thought a long time ago, before he started getting injured and taking up layoffs, him and Spence would be a good fight, because I feel like Spence is probably bigger. Oh, I know he's bigger, and I think he's probably he seemed to be stronger, and he's seen to fight more so going forward aggressively. But I was thinking Keith was the only fighter that I saw in the welterweight division that I felt like had enough power to kind of maybe make him slow down on coming in there and like banging dudes out like Spence. That's what I like about Spence. Like Spence known for doing, just coming in there, killing you with them body shots and just beating dudes down. I felt like Keith would at least have the power to maybe make him check himself and possibly have to go into a different bag to come out with the victory in that fight. But Keith had started. I ain't gonna say he had started this. It's almost like he trying to beat Mayweather to some degree. And why I say that, because he said himself his thing was to win 7 rounds. 7 to 5. That's a smart, dangerous way to fight. When being Getty trained you to be a knockout fighter, I really wish that being Getty part of him would come out more. Dan Birmingham got to get him back aggressive, back looking for the knockout. I can understand by him being champion now. It seems like Keith takes the safest approach through the fight. He's looking like, okay, well, I think I can outbox this dude. He'll go for the knockout early, but it looked like if Keith don't get the knockout early now, he's more than happy to just outbox a guy and stay away. And like I said, that's a risky game. You seen what happened to Charlo recently. I feel like he beat the boy Harrison. He got the fight took from him. I actually feel like Ugas outboxed Sean Porter in that fight, and Sean got the nod. So outboxing a dude, you got to be careful with that. Especially with a guy with a name as big as Manny Pacquiao. So I think Keith, he ain't never been stupid or dumb. That's one you can't never call Keith Thurman unintelligent or dumb. So I think he got enough sense to know that this is not the type of fight to be trying to leave it in the judge's hands. Now, if it go to the scorecards, that's one thing, but you need to be trying to take this dude out. If Keith take that approach and don't let Manny just go in there and out hustle him and get all on top of him, and he start where it's like he running from an older fighter, I think Keith should be fine. It's going to be a good fight, ain't no doubt about it. But and yeah, 2 years, you can't just sit on the sideline and come back and expect to be dominant. But if he hadn't had a fight back, I might say yeah, with Manny beating him. But I don't think Keith gonna lose this fight. And I tell you this much, he definitely ain't gonna get knocked out. That's what I think I can say. I doubt very seriously he gonna get a knockout. Freddie Roach running around here talking about Manny gonna knock him out. But you really can't pay no attention to Freddie Roach, because Freddie Roach, that's one thing I like about him though. Whenever he with a fighter, he's always going for the knockout. That is why I do like Freddie Roach. Now, we'll say this: you better be on point fighting against a Freddie Roach fighter, because if you lay down on ropes or put yourself in a position to get knocked out, well, that's what he trained him to do. So if Freddie Roach called a knockout, that's because that's what he got the guy ready to do, go in there and try to knock somebody out. So I will give him that. But I think Keith gonna do a little bit better than people thinking. No, don't seem like he been looking too good in sparring, but it's still a month away from we almost a month away from the fight. So he got like 3 more weeks. I've seen some things turn around drastically in the camp within a couple of weeks. So I mean, and then who's to say, like he did say he was tired that one day, or sometimes in sparring, a fighter working on a particular thing. So you can't just take that as gospel truth. Floyd Mayweather, I watched him get beat up in sparring a couple of times over the years. But like he said, when he up under the lights, it's a different story. And that's really what counts. Anybody can have a bad sparring day. A guy can come in there and just not really fighting his fight, just because it's only sparring, and just gets in there for the exercise and not really concerned with winning. And you just might be there on the day that the guy in there boxing like that. So I'm not gonna go too far to how Keith sparring has been looking up to this point, but I just say Manny gonna have to, at his age, he gotta beat a young prime champion for me to believe it. I'm not just gonna give it to him like that. I got respect for Manny, and I like Manny Pacquiao as a fighter, but I definitely like Keith Thurman more than I like Manny Pacquiao, and I think Keith Thurman should be able to beat Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is probably a better fighter than Keith, but he's so far past his prime. I don't think this version of Manny Pacquiao is enough to beat Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, any of them top dudes right there. I got a question if he can beat Sean Porter at this point in his career. And there's no diss to Manny, it's just that he's of age in his career. Why do you think Mayweather won't fight these dudes? Mayweather went through Pacquiao with no problem, and he got sense enough not to go in there with these young guys that's young, fresh champions. Like he said, he ain't gonna let these little 30-year-old dudes hit on him like that. And Manny, Manny was getting, I think Manny wasn't getting his money right for a lot of years, so he probably fighting to get back some of that money Bob Arum took from him over the years. That's what I think Freddie Roach too. They always hit Manny over the edge, But that's it on this video. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. To the next one, it's your boy Spiel Dog. I'm out.